Hello students, after configuration, our next topic is racemization. Now, as the term says, racemization is a process of conversion of optically active compound into inactive form. And the racemic mixture contains equimolar amount of D form and L form, or plus form and minus form. Uh, suppose we are having two examples. Suppose when we heat D plus lactic acid, you can see here the structure of lactic acid, that is CH3 CHOH COH. It is a D plus lactic acid, and when we heat that compound, the half of the isomer get converted to L isomer through that enolic form. In between you can see here is a enolic form, and that enolic form again after rearrangement get converted to L minus lactic acid. So here D plus lactic acid get converted to now half of the content get converted to L minus lactic acid. So ultimately we get a racemic mixture, and therefore this process is called as a racemization. Same happens with D plus tartaric acid also. When you see here a structure of tartaric acid, that is D or plus tartaric acid. So COH CHOH CHOH COH, where OH is on the right side, one of first OH and second is on the left, and this compound is having tendency to rotate PPL to right side, and therefore we write here D isomer or plus tartaric acid. So this D or plus tartaric acid, when heated at 165 degrees Celsius, the half of the content get converted into L minus tartaric acid, and the process goes through mesoform. You know what is mesoform? Yes, it is optically inactive form of tartaric acid, and where both the OH are on the same side and it is having a plane of symmetry. So this D plus tartaric acid get converted to L minus tartaric acid through mesoform, and we know that the half of that racemic mixture is a equimolar amount of D and L isomer. So the whole process, it is called as a racemization. Now the next process or next term is now resolution of racemic mixture. Preparation or formation of racemic mixture is racemization. So revolution is exactly reverse process of the racemization. Means when we get the optically active component from racemic mixture, it is called as a resolution. When we separate the optically active compound, that is D form and L form from the racemic mixture, we call it as resolution. Now there are actually three methods of separation of racemic mixture. The first one is chemical method, then biochemical method, and one mechanical method is also there, but that is not included in your syllabus. So we just discuss two methods. The first one and the very important method is chemical method. Now in this chemical method, suppose we are having racemic mixture, you can see here we write here that plus acid and minus acid, that is equal amount of that plus and minus optically active acid we are taken here, and we call it as a racemic mixture. So optically active isomer, that is enantiomer, react differently. We know that is we studied before the enantiomers and diastereomers, and therefore we know the properties of both the enantiomers as well as diastereomers. And I wanted to remind you the things that enantiomers are the pair of isomer which are optically active, but they are non superimposable mirror image of each other. Okay, means one is suppose D form, so another is the another will be L form, and structurally they are similar, and therefore their chemical properties, which are general, and physical properties except how to rotate PPL, is different, and how it react with that any active reagent, optically active reagent, that will be the different part. Okay, in case of diastereomers, we know that diastereomers are the optically active isomers, but they are not non superimposable mirror image of each other, and therefore their structures are also different, and therefore their physical properties and chemical properties are also totally different. So these are the enantiomers and diastereomers. Now let's start with the resolution, chemical method of resolution. So we are taking here suppose tartaric acid, mixture of tartaric acid we are taken here, and when we heat that tartaric acid with minus brucine base. Now this minus brucine base is optically active reagent, and therefore it reacts the enantiomers differently. We get different product because it is optically active reagent, and therefore it reacts differently. So when this minus brucine base reacts with racemic mixture of tartaric acid, what happened? We write here plus acid, so that plus acid reacts with minus base, so we get a salt, one salt, and minus acid react with minus base, so we get another salt. And now this pair what we get is called as a diastereoisomer, and according to the property of diastereoisomer, we know that their physical property, structurally they are different, and therefore we can separate it physically, because their physical properties are different, so we can separate it. Now suppose we separate it and each we react with dilute HCl, means we react with H plus, then what we get? First plus acid minus base salt, it react with acid like HCl, and we get plus acid, means plus tartaric acid or D form of tartaric acid, and salt is removed there. In the same way, when we react HCl, dilute HCl with minus acid minus base salt, we get minus acid, means it may, for tartaric acid it is a minus tartaric acid or L form of tartaric acid, and base get removed there. So in that way, from the racemic mixture we again get back the optically active isomer. So this is a chemical method of resolution. Then second method is biochemical method. Now certain bacteria and molds, they carried out biochemical reactions, or they are means for the are the mode of separation for the racemic mixture. So in that case, when the bacteria and molds, they are allowed to grow in dilute solution of racemic mixture, they consume one of the isomer for their growth, and automatically the remaining isomer is the another isomer. For example, when the green mold Penicillium glaucum is allowed to grow in dilute solution of tartaric acid, racemic mixture of tartaric acid, so that green mold destroyed all D plus tartaric acid. They use that D plus tartaric acid for their growth, and the LEO, means L tartaric acid, remains in the solution as it is. So what, after adding that Penicillium glaucum in the racemic in the dilute solution of racemic mixture, after some days we get only L minus tartaric acid there as a remain. So we get a racemic mixture to or we get optically active isomer from racemic mixture. So it is a type of, or it is a one of the method for resolution. But what is the drawback in that method is that one isomer, optically active isomer, is completely destroyed here, and this process is also very slow. So these are the two methods of resolution. One is chemical method, another one is biochemical method. Now the next term comes is inversion and retention. Now we are talking about configuration. Configuration in the sense that suppose we are getting once the initial compound is suppose D means which rotate PPL to right, D isomer, and obviously it is optically active, so it must have one asymmetric carbon at least. So such a type of asymmetric containing compound, when react with or undergoes some chemical reaction, and that bond of around asymmetric carbon atom get or that atom which is present on the asymmetric carbon atom get replaced by another group or a group of atom, then two things may happen. One is that we may get the product as which is having same configuration, means suppose we are starting with a D plus isomer, we may get the compound which is having same D plus or deconfiguration, that is small d. Or it may happen, suppose we are starting that reactant is suppose D or plus isomer. After this reaction we may get the product which may contain L or minus isomer or minus form. So these are the two possibilities, and therefore two terms we use here. And especially this is invented by Walden, scientist Walden, and therefore the name is given as Walden inversion. So the phenomenon of inversion of configuration during chemical reaction is called as Walden inversion. If an atom or group of atom directly attached to a symmetric carbon atom, as I said earlier, is replaced by another atom or group of atom during chemical reaction, the configuration of the product sometimes found to be different from that of the original one. And this phenomenon which involve the inversion of configuration during the reactions, means suppose we are starting from D isomer and we are getting L isomer, that is called as Walden inversion, because configuration changes there, isomer change there, D isomer get changed to L isomer, that is called as Walden inversion. This is also called as optical inversion also, because here what is changing? Optical activity is changing here. Now while if the chemical reaction where configuration of the reactant remains same, means suppose we are starting from L isomer and we are getting L isomer, so no configurational change is there, and therefore that phenomenon is called as retention of configuration. Here configuration is retained, it remains as it is. For example, see here we are having plus malic acid having structure COOH, CHOH, CH2, COOH. This middle carbon is a symmetric carbon. When this plus, and this is a plus malic acid having tendency to rotate PPL to right side. So this plus malic acid when undergoes chlorination in presence of PCl5 and base, what happened here? Now you see here the inversion of configuration takes place, because that Cl it attaches from that back side of OH and H is on the right side. So here now what we get is a L form or minus form. The name is now chlorosuccinic acid because compound is different, but the configuration changes here, and therefore we can call it as a, means we are the reaction from plus malic acid to minus chlorosuccinic acid is a inversion reaction, because here configuration is converted or is changing. And now the next, that minus chlorosuccinic acid, it now undergoes reaction that is hydroxylation in presence of silver hydroxide. And what we get the same configuration, we get minus malic acid, means we are starting from minus compound, we are also getting minus compound. So here the configuration is retained, it remains same. So the it is called as a retention of the configuration. The next term which is very important is asymmetric synthesis. Before that we discuss about the racemization, means formation of racemic compound. Then resolution means exactly opposite, that when we are getting optically active compound from the racemic mixture, it is called as resolution. Now what about the asymmetric synthesis? Asymmetric is a word related with carbon, okay, asymmetric carbon. So whenever we are having a compound which is having symmetric carbon, means that compound must be optically inactive. So that compound, such type of compound, asymmetric compound, is converted into that type of symmetric compound when converted to asymmetric compound in many sequence of reactions. And suppose we are getting the optically active compound which is having asymmetric carbon, so that process is called as asymmetric synthesis. But when we did all these things, or we try to do the things in laboratory in under general conditions, the product which is obtained is always a racemic mixture, means even though we can convert the symmetric carbon into asymmetric carbon in laboratory in general conditions, but that product what we get is even having asymmetric carbon atom, but that will be a racemic mixture, means our purpose is not solved there. we only get a racemic mixture which is optically inactive. So the purpose get solved by using the optically active reagent. Means the conversion, such a type of conversion means symmetric compound to asymmetric compound. When suppose we are using the optically active reagent, for that the product obtained is only one isomer, but that isomer will be optically active isomer, and this type of synthesis is called as asymmetric synthesis. For example, pyruvic acid is there. You see here the structure CH3CO COH. Now CO, that carbon is asymmetric carbon, and the compound is asymmetric compound. When such a type of compound reacts with optically active reagent like menthol, it is a base minus menthol. So first what happened, it first lock the COH and it get converted to minus methyl pyruvate. Here that COH group is locked, and then reduction carried out, and after reduction we get minus methyl minus lactate. Again hydrolysis takes place, and that COH we get back, and menthol is removed there. So we get minus lactic acid here as a product. Means we started with pyruvic acid, it is a symmetric compound. Now we come to end, and we are getting here the product that is optically active isomer, but only one isomer we get here, that is minus lactic acid. Such a type of conversion, it is called as a asymmetric synthesis. If we carried out the same reaction in general condition in laboratory without use of any reagent, optically active reagent, what we will get? We will get the pyruvic acid when react undergoes reduction. Simple, we get that asymmetric compound, but it must be plus minus lactic acid. It is optically inactive. So this is all about asymmetric synthesis.